Hey everybody, it's Sepulcher. We're here in a game between Ilithyia and dumpraiser. Dumpraiser's a long-time Forglar Swamp player, but actually he's playing Shattered Peaks in this game. Starts off with Peaks Dow. Not really sure how to pronounce that. Dow. And Ilithyia, who is rank 30 Exotic League. I guess Ilithyia is an alt because they're level 16, they have a level 15 avatar, and they're rank 30 Exotic League. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. If they start playing really badly, then they're probably not an alt. But since there are no new players ever showing up in this game, I'm guessing that it's an alt. dumpraiser, of course, just broke into Limited League. So I'm actually interested to see how he plays Shattered Peaks. Usually watch him play Forglar Swamp. So, this is freaking okay. I'm glad to see that there's at least one melee champion out. Ilithyia has out a Gilibrium Darkweaver, who used to be 5 to 7 range. Now it's 3 to 5, which is much better if you ask me. Angel of Nourishment, which I've seen a lot more lately, is 2 to 4. Voil Infernal, 3 to 5. Shattered Peaks Doombringer, now 3 to 5. And Peaks Dow, of course, is melee. With Reflexes 3, not like that's going to come in handy anytime soon. But Peaks Dow is a cool champion. Came out with the most recent expansion. It's a Jin Elemental. And so now Shattered Peaks has 3 Jin race champions. They also have that fire one, and Peaks Efreet. That's right, and the bird one. God, what's that? I used to play with those all the time in the last expansion. Anyway, so Angel of Nourishment coming up, being really bold. In double attack range. Not really, it's not going to do much because she's got 9 base damage. With Aerial Supremacy, it's 11, but since Peaks Dow has Flight, it would in fact be 8 damage with the 1 defense. And Peaks Dow is pretty sturdy, 59 HP with the War Banner, so there wouldn't really be any point. Okay, well, Ilithyia is going to attack and then run away. Of course, Angel of Nourishment, it will be intensifying next round. So, yeah, could have double attacked if they had wanted to, but the very fact that they didn't tells me that they're an alt, to be honest. So, not really sure what the theme of Ilithia's deck is. I guess it's just, well, okay, so there's a Gilibrium Mindbender, and I haven't seen a Mindbender in a while, since Gilibriums first came out in that expansion a while back. Gilibrium Mindbender has decent stats, kind of bad base damage, but makes up for it with 3 defense, 50 HP, a good range, 1 to 3, and a little slow, but also has Deafening Aura, which is a great passive. Basically, if any melee champion engages you, they take 9 damage and distract. I mean, that's like an echo chamber, and it's just a passive. It also got Psychic Magnetism, which synergizes well with Deafening Aura, brings ranged champions in closer. And it also got Psychic Aura 3, which does 6 psychic damage passively, as well as Vaporize. So I've always thought Mindbender's a pretty cool champion. Takes a while for me to take out whenever I play against it as underdepths anyway. So dumpraiser also puts out Slag Over Mind, and it's funny because when Slag Over Mind first came out, I don't think anybody thought too much of it, but now I think it's fairly widely recognized as a good champion. And why it has Paralytic Feedback, I have no idea, but I hate that ability. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. And this is coming from someone who hates range and plays underdepths, and often plays Arrow Eaters and Elusive champions all in the same battle group, but I hate Paralytic Feedback. Anyway, also got Weakened Spells, Mind Wipe Aura. I almost said Wind Mipe aura. That wouldn't have made any sense. Relocate ally, as well as Commander Slag and other Slag abilities. I'm not really sure what Ilithyia is doing right now. I guess kind of keeping it safe. Dumpraiser, on the other hand, has his Voil Infernal all the way up here. I'm guessing he's going to move it kind of here ambiguously between, ambushing the shrine with it, because that is a level 15 shrine. So, or going towards this font down here. So, Slag Overmind is going to relocate this Peak's Doombringer. And Peak's Doombringer no longer has Knockback 3, which was one of the main reasons to run it before. So 2 attacks on Gelibrium Darkweaver brings it down to 23 HP. What? Oh. Somebody talking about my last commentary. So I'm guessing there's going to be a Glorious Leap involved here, perhaps? Yes? It awestrucks nearby champions. He would have to do it right there. And would awestruck nearby champions. Because I don't think he's going to be able to kill that Gelibrium Darkweaver. Could be wrong, but he could move up and attack it, and then he would have 10 HP left. But he can't move in Voil Infernal enough to get land the killing blow. So I would just guess he's going to use Glorious Leap. Voil Infernal moving up, and there's an Alacrity. Wow. I haven't seen Alacrity in quite some time. It's a cool spell. So there's a Glorious Leap, and he's going to do a Glorious Leap and do a Hold the Line right there, which also gives him Defensive Strike at range 3. And, oh, there's an Extispicer. I had no idea Extispicer was out. And so with that, Voil Infernal does a Life Drink. And, wow, so these guys are pacified by Mind Wipe Aura, and they're also awestruck from Glorious Leap. So that was a great power turn from Dumpraiser. He's basically, he killed a champion, and there will be absolutely no repercussion for it, which is great. I mean, anytime that you can do that is the ideal situation. Now, what Ilithyia can do is he can move Angel of Nourishment over to this font, and he does, to contest it. Since she's pacified, she doesn't engage with anything. So I actually think that was a not a great Mind Wipe Aura, because, I mean, they were already awestruck. I don't know. Maybe he wanted to avoid the stun from Extispicer. That's probably why he did that. But now he's got to deal with that Angel of Nourishment over there. It's not going to take much to deal with it. But, yeah. Could have kept that font there. So there's Gelibrium Lightbringer. Look at that wonderful flavor text. Burning Light Horizon. I guess the idea is that we're extracting, single word thoughts from the mind of the Gelibrium. So 2 attacks from Mindbender onto Peakstow. Takes it down to 3 HP. And there's a Karch Finlord. Wow. It's interesting because for the longest time, FS players have been complaining about Karch. I've always thought Karch has been good, and I mean, I've been saying that since Grimlick's Descent, when I first started playing the game. Now that he has 3 base defense, I mean, I don't think there's any reason not to run him, but then again, I'm not an FS player, so, take my opinion with a grain of salt. So, Dumpraiser, it's his turn now, and he's got quite a bit of meat to wade through here. Ilithyia, actually, while Dumpraiser did have a great power turn just now, he's got to kill at least one champion this turn, and I think he will. He'll kill that Extispicer. 2 attacks from Peak's Doombringer. 11 magical damage, and of course, Peak's Doombringer also has Eternal Storm that was part of the buff. So it's going to do 11 passive electricity damage. It's the same ability that's on Aspect of Chaos. I think that's so annoying. So yeah, Peak's Doombringer was changed to be this supercharged Eternal Storm type champion, and honestly, that alone will probably win the game for Dumpraiser. So there's a Thunderhead Totem. Not really sure that was necessary. But, yeah, so he's going to do a Transfer Life from Voil Infernal onto Peakstyle, and he's going to get the kill to Life Drink that back. So he opted to get some healing there. Peakstyle now moving in for another glorious leap. And Eternal Storm hitting Gelibrium Mindbender there. He's just going to leave that Angel of Nourishment alone. Angel of Nourishment, of course, will be able to get one attack off on Tribal Post. But now, dumpraiser has... Ooh, is that a Font Eruption? That is a Font Eruption, so that does 12 magical damage to Peakstyle, as well as the War Banner. So Ilithyia takes out the War Banner, and that does minus 5 HP to all of dumpraiser champions, as well as allowing Ilithyia to take this Font right here. Now, Font Eruption is a spell that used to be played all the time, but now it's not really seen as much. So it was interesting to see it again. I've seen some runes that in this game that I haven't seen much lately, and it looks like Ilithyia is going to take out Peakstyle and reclaim this font right here. So that was a great turn for Ilithyia, crappy turn for dumpraiser. Actually, I always wonder whenever I'm saying his name out loud if it's dumpraiser or dumpraiser. Either way, it's a I mean, it sounds like a self-deprecating name. You're either a dumb praiser or a dump raiser. I just think it's interesting. I will never know unless I ask him directly, but dumpraiser doesn't really talk a whole lot, at least not in lobby. So, what's he going to do now? Well, I mean, Ilithyia has both the fonts. There is pretty much no way the dumpraiser can get this one back. So I guess I'd wager that he's going to go full-scale assault on this area right here. But Ilithyia is basically won. I know I said just last turn, I was like, Eternal Storm will probably win it for dumpraiser on its own. But that's obviously not true. So, there's an Avalanche. I was wondering if he would cast an Avalanche. So he hits Karch Finlord. He looks like he's going to try to take out Karch Finlord. Now, Karch Finlord takes knockback damage from that. He's still got 42 HP to go with 3 defense. I'm not really sure if that's going to happen. Looks like he's going to relocate Ally. Not really sure. No, he's going to go for the Gelibrium Lightbringer instead. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, so he knocked back so he could hit with the totem, and then it looks like he's gonna get the kill with Voil Infernal. So that leaves just Karch Finlord defending the font, and he's gonna contest with Slag Overmind. He's gonna heal with a charged heal right there, and do 11 passive damage with Eternal Storm. Now, if I were Ilithyia, I would try to take out that Peaks Doombringer ASAP, because, you know, the longer it's out, just the worse it's going to be. And I mean, that's a pretty obvious statement to make. But if Ilithyia can take out that Peaks Doombringer, think that he or she should be good the rest of the way. So an attack from Karch Finlord, of course, does poison 3, so Peaks Doombringer will take 5 poison damage. Also takes 6 psychic damage from Psychic Aura, so that is 11 damage that Peaks Doombringer will take, down to 11 HP. And there's a Torton Land Cannon, so Peaks Doombringer is dead. And with Angel of Nourishment coming down, and this font safely secured, it looks like Ilithyia is going to win this game. I mean, all dumpraiser has left is 2 support champions. Slag Overmind, which has 8 base damage, not really going to do much with that except stall. And Voil Infernal, which has 10 base damage. Yeah, so he opts to take out the War Banner right there. But he can't kill anything this turn unless just craziness happens. So he activates Deafening Aura there. He does get out of the font, though, so he gave up the font unless he put a Rock Trap or something there. So basically all Ilithyia has to do now is take out that Slag Overmind, which shouldn't be hard because he can use Torrent Land Cannon to take it out. It's within Torrent Land Cannon range. Melee it with Gelebrium Mindbender. And the game's over. Ilithyia won. Yeah, definitely an alt. 71-26 and 4 non-ranked games. Nobody plays like that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it informational. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks.